Good morning. Today is Wednesday, October 23rd.
Thanks for tuning in. This week, AJ had a chance to talk with Mr. Jim O'Brien, our athletic director, as well as Mrs. Sue Bebar, our alumni director, about the Hall of Champions athletics and the Hall of Champions service. Let's hear about those being honored.
Hi guys, I'm AJ Perez, and I'm here today with Mrs. Sue Bebar, our Director of Alumni Relations. I'm also here with Mr. Jim O'Brien, our JCA's Athletic Director. So first off, thank you guys for coming and welcome to our segment. So Mr. O'Brien, I hear that JCA recently honored some adults at the Hall of Champions for Athletics. Can you tell us a little bit about the Hall of Champions Athletics and who was honored?
I sure can. Thanks for having us. You guys do a great job.
Thank you.
Everything you guys do. The Hall of Champions was created by Dr. Jeff Buds 10 years ago to honor our past athletes, coaches, and contributors to the athletic program from the three schools: De La Salle, Joliet Catholic High School, St. Francis Academy, and now at JCA. On September 28th, we had our 10th induction, and those people were Carl Hunkler, who was a teacher and coach at Joliet Catholic High School; Joe Rodagero, who is the current assistant baseball coach at JCA. He won the first baseball state championship for JCA in 1994. Francis Rudiger, owner and operator of Rudy's Gyms that started in 1974. Rudy was also the strength coach at Northwestern University for a number of years. Christy Seddon was an outstanding softball player here at JCA. She was an all-conference member all 4 years here, also all-area member. Gina Vera, outstanding volleyball player, was part of the state championship teams that were here. She also was an All-American when she was here. Our 1986, 87, 88, and Palms team won national championships all those years. In 86 and 90, they won 2 national championships, both in Palm and Jazz. Our 2003 volleyball team was the first state championship team first girls state championship team at JCA. Our 2003 football team was also inducted. They finished the year 13-1. Fun fact about them is they only allowed 6 points in the first quarter all season long. And our 1994 baseball team was our first baseball state championship here at JCA, again coached by Joe Rodagero. And they started the great tradition of baseball here at Joliet Catholic Academy.
Okay, thank you. And I would say for any students who are graduating pretty soon, how could they potentially get honored in the Hall of Champions?
Just do what our students do and how good our students are and how they perform on the field, how they act off the field, what their contributions are after leaving JCA. All of the things that our teachers and faculty and staff here teach them how to do. It's more about what we do after than what we're doing in the building. It's who we become as productive citizens, for lack of a better term.
Got it. Well, thank you for that. All right, Mrs. Bebar, I hear that we are also hosting our very first Hall of Champions for service on October 29th. Can you tell us a little bit about that and who is being honored?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you also for having us. Appreciate that. Our honorees, inductees for our first class of Hall of Champions for Service of JCA is Sister Anna Marie Becker. She is actually deceased, but gave her life to the Lord and in turn to JCA. She was first a teacher here, then was the alumni moderator. Sue Bornhofen, she's currently the owner of Jacob Henry Mansion and a dedicated community member of the city of Joliet, served in numerous boards and organizations, including our board, and has helped out with Jubilate for many years too. Kathy Hibner, she's a recent past parent. She's been a mentor to the JCA's new families. She's served on boards from St. Ray's to JCA. Dr. John Kaler. Dr. John is a pediatric doctor with Cook County Hospital. He's traveled to Syria, Sarajevo, and Bosnia to care for children in those communities lacking medical care. Amy and Ken Mihalich, they are the epitome of service above self, which is actually a phrase we use at Rotary, which Ken is a member of, and adequately defines both Ken and Amy. very giving of their time and talent to JCA for over 20 years. Their children have come here as students. They've graduated 3 already. I believe 4 already, sorry. And they have 1 still here. Dr. Tim Schuster, he is a urologist in Ohio. He has been named one of the top doctors in their county since 2018. He's provided medical care for the underserved in global communities, including Belize. Father Jeff Smilek, he is a Carmelite priest who dedicated his life to spreading the gospel and lives it as well. He's been a longtime priest here at JCA and comes back often to help with Mass whenever he can. Max Ziesmer, he served as the president of the JCA Board of Directors. He took on volunteer work for JCA activities and fundraising initiatives. Max graduated actually with me in 1990, and he was the last Hillman to graduate from the Hill, but has never forgotten the school or its many needs. So we are very honored to induct each one of them into our first class of Hall of Champions for service.
Okay, thank you. And I'm gonna ask the same question. So how would, and people in our class who are graduating soon possibly be inducted into the Hall of Champions for service?
Yeah, I think that it's something that as students here at JCA, they learn about right when they walk in the door about giving of themselves, their time. We do it through service hours. And hopefully from that, they take on a liking to doing that and seeing how much they impact those that need help. So if you are a student here and if you're graduating soon or not for 4 years, really start to pay attention to how much your work and service does to the organizations. And maybe you too will be in our Hall of Champions.
Thank you. That was some pretty good advice.
Thanks.
So I hear that the NFL or Hall of Famer and former Chicago Bear Brian Urlacher will be featured at the November 7th Angel and Hilltopper banquet. Can you give us some information about that as well?
Yes, we're very excited. Brian Urlacher played for the Chicago Bears. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame for the NFL, and he's kind of a Chicago legend with his athletic work on the field. He agreed to come to our school and to be our featured speaker for our banquet. We do a banquet every year. The time sometimes varies. Sometimes it's in the spring, and this year it's in the, I guess, early winter. But yeah, Brian will be here, and we're very excited to have him. The event is $60 per person. It begins at 5:30 p.m. We have one of our alums that owns Station 1 Smokehouse. They will be doing the food. We'll have drinks, and we are very excited to have Brian on stage. We have our former Alumni Board President, Jeff Phelan, who will be emceeing that night. Jeff, we call him the master of personality because he's just so witty, and I think it'll be a good time.
Okay. Thank you guys both for your time, and thank you for coming and doing this segment with us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Congratulations to our alumni and friends who have been honored. Next up, I had an opportunity to interview the football moms and some of my teammates about the Thursday night dinner tradition at JCA that is put on by the football moms.
Hi, I'm Aaron Stockman, and who am I here with?
Jill Stockman.
All right, Mom. So a lot of this food for team dinner, is it store-bought or is it homemade?
About half and half. We get donations from local vendors. Some of the moms on the committee make stuff at home and bring it in. and it's just a total team effort.
And do you have any favorite dishes? I know you were here for all my older brothers. Was there any like favorite dish that you really like making?
Cheesy potatoes, also known as potatoes with cheese, and dirt pie is a favorite, as well as puppy chow for dessert.
All right, and last question for you. Do you think the tradition of team dinner should continue on?
Absolutely. Having a meal together, saying a prayer the night before the football game is a great tradition. It's been around for a while. When your older brothers played, it was Captain Bob and the dads that came. And then at some point in between them and Justin, it became the moms.
All right, thank you, Mom. Love you, and thank you for the dinner every week.
You're welcome.
All right, I'm Aaron Stockman. Who am I here with?
Isaac Clausen.
All right, Isaac. And how long have you been going team dinners now?
About 3 years.
3 years. All right, that's impressive. Now, what's your favorite dish so far over those 3 years?
I gotta go with the fried chicken.
The fried chicken. All right. Any favorite beverage or dessert?
I like the lemonade, and the dessert, I gotta go with the Oreo pudding.
The Oreo pudding. It's Oreo dirt pie, by the way. My mom
Whatever,
makes it.
sorry.
All right. Now, is there one thing you would want here that hasn't been here?
One thing, more chicken sandwiches.
More chicken sandwiches. All right. Thank you for your time. All right. I'm Aaron Stockman. Who am I here with?
Vinny DeNovo.
All right, Vinny. How many years have you been going team dinner?
Years?
Yeah, like you've been going freshman and sophomore year, right?
Yeah.
All right. And so far, you've enjoyed the food, right?
It's been pretty good. Pretty good.
All right. And what's been a favorite dish so far?
Probably the pulled pork sandwiches.
Pulled pork sandwiches. Vinny, if you had to choose one thing that isn't here but you really want to see at team dinner, what would it be?
I don't know. It's a hard question. It's a difficult question.
All right. Thank you, Vinny. Have a good day.
That food looks delicious.
Don't forget that JCA is hosting parent-teacher conferences on Thursday night.
Also, make sure to go out and cheer for your Angels and Hilltoppers this weekend. Lastly, look out for our upcoming Halloween special. That's all we have for you this week.
Go Hill.
For more information, please visit our website.